pretty crazy. So this mother reads from schoolboard recommended book teaching middle schoolers to use sex apps and give handies. So, hand jobs. And this isn't the first time this has happened, where the school board has heard parents and people complaining, teachers complaining about the sort of books they're trying to release into schools. If you look on the Trust the Truth Facebook fan page, you can watch the full video of what the mother reads out about these books. Just recently also, Muslim parents shut down a school board meeting in anger over woke LGBTQ book. So I think the book's called I'm Gay or something like that, and basically teaching kids, like boys, to date other boys and sexual acts and how to meet other boys. And it's very disturbing, the content in there, that you have to look up the book itself, because it's very pedophilic that you'd be even pushing that. And the people, if you see the school board and the parents that show up, there's like gay parents or gay people that show up at this meeting, and they're trying to push that if you say anything, you're against black people being pushed into books, because everyone always used the black people to push agendas. They're like, oh, if you against this book, then you hate gay people, when pretty much most of the parents that was against it made it very clear they're against the book. But they just want to make it about themselves and not about protecting the children. I think a lot of these people that are part of the so-called woke thing are more concerned about themselves and not concerned about the future generations and the kids and how it's going to affect them. They're very about, oh, if you don't accept this, then it's all about me. And I do kind of question, which some people in the crowd did question, when one man was speaking out about how this book should be pushed. Is he a pedophile? Because the fact that the book is so sexualized and trying to push kids to be about sex and meeting men, that's very disturbing that that's what you want pushed on kids. So I think some of these people might actually have some sort of sexual deviancy going on or something, that a second agenda. It seems a lot of weirdos are coming from this group and agenda that's being pushed. And I think that, of course, there's a lot of gay people that aren't pro this sort of thing being pushed on kids and don't think it's right. But there's a lot of weirdos coming into that bracket that are really trying to push the barrier onto the kids and trying to sexualize their minds for what reason other than you must have something else going on. So yeah, it seems very questionable. And then you see this sex app and teaching kids to give handies. And this isn't just in America, because this story was based in America. It's not just in America. I think about a year ago in England, they tried to push that, they should teach self-touching classes to 5-year-olds. There was a big petition to stop this from being pushed legal in schools for kids to be taught to, because who's going to be teaching that class to a 5-year-old to touch yourself? This is when you know that it's just about sexualizing the minds of the kids, because there's so many of the same type of thing. And once again, just like this article says, parents want them to just teach their kids maths and English, and the schools seem to be just pushing sexualized things to the children. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's right that they're pushing sexualized things to kids, sex apps, handies, and sex books like Boys and Boys, How to Meet Men in a school? Do you think that's the right thing to do? And what's your thoughts on these parents? Do you think they're doing the right thing, standing up against it? Should more of us start doing that? Even if we're not parents, should we start standing up for what's right? Or do you think it's just something that you just leave the books there? It's not going to, affect. How do you think this would affect the minds of the children? I came across a scripture, actually. And I found this scripture which really sends a message to what they're trying to push into the hearts of the children, into the hearts of a lot of young people. Even with the Dharma Netflix show, this really makes a point of what they're trying to do. So this is Luke 11, chapter 34.
Dee Dee.